to be made in an open forum, in an open board meeting with a vote and,
with everybody agreeing up on the questions and with
Okay.
everybody agreeing up on the person that's going to be designated to talk to the attorney, so we can keep the cost down. So later on, I won't have surprises, or maybe my memory will be raised and I won't remember anything like this.
okay.
So therefore, on that side, we'll have the general roundtable review to say, no, that didn't happen in the meeting.
Okay, Deborah, all right.
We did approve this. Julie, if you pull up the minutes from January.
I don't think that Juan's concern has, anything,
I'm not talking about the past. I'm
he's not talking about the
present.
past, I think he's
I'm
talking about the
future.
present.
If we decide to seek legal counsel or somebody, they just make it formal here with this and with that.
Okay,
So, I'm not discussing anything about what happened prior to this.
okay, Deborah.
We did pass and approve when we got Mitchell Coutinho.
Uh-huh.
We had to sign a contract, okay?
Oh, you signed the
You need to
contract?
speak up and speak to the people out here,
Yes, sir.
please, thank you.
That it wasn't a January.
Hold on one second.
Uh-huh.
If you want to speak,
Please.
Well, then you need to do your job, I tell you, they can't hear you.
I'm working here too, I understand.
Well, go ahead,
And we're
you don't
all-
have to preach to me.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
preaching to you, but we're just trying to conduct a business meeting, and, when you have the opportunity, or if, you can't hear, we can move a chair closer for you.
I understand, I don't know about this contract being signed, but if there's a contract being signed for future consultation, we just need to go ahead and agree out on here as a board and everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, like I said, I mean, it's not fair if somebody, if me and you get together and say, hey, yeah, let's send this individual an email, and then all of a sudden, we're all paying for that bill, and nobody ever knows about the questions or what was the motion made or anything like that. So, for future consultations, I would say let's be here, let's all agree on, the consultation, everybody's vote, and let's all agree on the questions that need to be consulted with these attorneys. And if it's a communication secretary that needs to communicate, let it be it. But I would say it needs to be right here on an open meeting during an open session.
All right.
And that's my motion.
I just have a question on there. Were you saying that you wanted the approval to be unanimous?
I beg your pardon?
Are you asking in your motion that that approval of the vote for whether attorney is going to be contacted or not be unanimous by the board or only a quorum?
I don't understand.
So,
Majority.
I think she's asking, do you want approval from the board, to come from every board member, or do you just want a majority of the?
No, the majority of the board.
Okay.
That's the right thing to do, the majority. If I don't agree, to the consultation, but everybody else does, then I'm lost.
I just want to make sure I was
Yes, absolutely.
So, just so we all understand what's going on here, you want to make a motion, and I will second it, that if we're going to seek consultation, we're going to do it here in an open meeting, and we're going to make a motion and agree on it, so everybody knows what's going on. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, I will second that.
Okay. There's a motion been made, it's been seconded.
I have a question about it, real quick.
We're gonna take a vote, okay? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay, so we
All right,
have.
a motion. Oh,
consultations with
sir.
the board.
One, you have an opportunity to speak. Can we let Julie
Sure.
take the minutes? Thank you. So the motion did not pass. In favor, Bill, one. Opposed, Pat, Julie, JG, and Deborah. All right, do you have anything to add to your officer's report?
Absolutely, I would like to, since this motion didn't pass, I would like to get the email from that attorney and,
You've already received it
okay, so I'm able to, without board approval, ask my own questions.
2 or 3 times.
Okay?
I was trying to ask maybe that we do an addendum to this motion, maybe
Okay.
change it just a little bit, that I would be happy with, is that if there's an emergency or extenuating circumstances, that the president have the ability to override the open meeting approval, but that he get a majority vote and be able to speak to each board member before that happens by electronic or telephone.
What would be an emergency? I mean, when you get ready to sue, when you get sued, I mean, you got plenty of time to respond to those legal
I don't
items.
know, but I certainly don't want to put myself in a box where we can't do anything until April, whatever, the second Tuesday of April. before
Who's
we
gonna
do-
who's gonna classify an emergency?
I
I think that.
I don't know that either.
Well, maybe I should have said this, that we added it to the president's discretion to be able to contact all board members by electronic meeting or phone conversation, and then it be recorded in the meeting minutes to follow.
I'm confused on that, because what emergency would you have with an attorney? Where you-
Now, I'm saying I don't know, but this tells me, this would keep me from being able to do it if it did arise.
I mean, all the attorneys I know really don't do emergencies. They'll get back to you when they get back to you. But anyhow,
Curtis,
Yes, ma'am.
so far, this year with the new board, y'all approved a check for $140 versus X amount of dollars from last year. So what are we in dispute
Well,
about?
I think,
What are we in
I don't think
dispute
that's the
about?
argument. I think the argument is that we all want to be involved. We want, everyone in the neighborhood wants to know what we're doing with their money, and they have the right to do that.
May I have another question? That will be another meeting. Where did the money go? What are we doing with the money? And right now, every invoice and every check is being approved by this board. Not a penny is being spent that this board doesn't approve.
Well,
Well, but not by any board member. It's only getting approved by the board members that knows what's going on with the attorneys, but, you know.
But
we
they
don't-
voted
I'm
us
sorry.
to take care of
I'm sorry,
business.
but we
Excuse me,
don't.
I had the floor first.
before we get out of hand, let's try to keep civil. And do you have a concern regarding?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I think I'm in the position now to speak. May I
Yes.
speak uninterrupted?
One second, so we can keep order. I think all checks have been approved, and I would agree with you that communication was probably lax. But going forward, if we're going to make motions, we'll vote on them, and we'll vote on them and see where that goes. Pam, I'm sorry.
My name is Kathy Bates, and I
Yes,
live in
ma'am.
Birchwood.
Okay.
Okay, now with regards to voting or having expenses due to extraordinary means, I'm not going to call it emergency means, but extraordinary means to a professional. In order to have the transparency that I heard a lot about in the campaigning, I think that only these things should be brought up in an open meeting. So I agree that this motion should be made and passed. Otherwise, once again, they'll be getting into some of this backdoor stuff that we agreed that should be passed over now, and we have a new board. But in order to remain transparent, not to misuse a word that our government uses right now, I think that this should be brought up in an open meeting before the money is actually spent on something of that nature. Because that's everybody's money, and I don't need for somebody to be spending money on. Maybe the whole group would decide, well, we don't need an attorney's opinion on that. We don't need a CPA. Just like this lady here is capable, more than capable, to read a form and fill it out with the numbers that she has, and I think that's wonderful. I fill out my own income tax return too. So, you know, I think that this is a mistake. That's my opinion. Thank you for your time.
No problem. I appreciate your concern. Yes, sir.
I have a thing to say. Just a minute ago, Juan said, so that would give him the freedom to contact the attorney 3 or 4 times a month if he wanted to. Did y'all not vote months ago about only 2 people were capable of contacting the attorney?
Yeah, and I'll.
So to clarify every bit of this, let's just make it easy.
I'm sorry, I
Make
was
it
in that
simple.
meeting.
Well,
Did you say that?
I'll answer your question. The attorney that the board or the property owner, our property owners association has right now, doesn't require retainer, and he'll only speak, initially, he'll only speak with Julie or myself. He'll speak with the president and the secretary. I've asked, because Deborah's the treasurer, that she has limited access with him. she's able to speak with him, but, and also get the billing information so we can, handle that. Now, he'll only speak with Julie, myself, and right now Deborah until, we develop the rapport, and hopefully we don't need an attorney. But-
Well, I'm confused on why a board member that's not able to contact them would say he could contact them
Well-
3 or 4 times a month.
Well, it's clear that Juan hasn't, worked with our attorney, hasn't felt the rejection letter or an email, or tried to contact him yet,
Well, I
because,
understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, we just need to make it clear that what we're trying to pass here is not for an individual to
no, I don't know.
contact them at their own free will.
No, I don't think that was the intent at all.
Was there a motion taken to choose the individuals that will speak to this attorney?
No, okay.
Thank you.
You,
So they were just choosing just
Just-
randomly?
No, there's a
Okay.
contract.
All right,
Need to bring it up at the next meeting.
and, I don't know if that's confidential, or, I think it should be open to the community. While we were, okay, so, yeah, I think you're right. So what Julie's saying is, I think the contract is open, and we'll get that posted on the website so everybody can take a look at it. Where were we with regard to, so,
I think we're just about finished with officer reports.
Bill, Pat, have you given a report, or do you? Okay. So we're moving on to old and unfinished business. This is good. I think, on the agenda, I have website announcements, and this is a personal one for me. I know that their communication, we're still working on communication, but we built a really strong website, and it's always getting better. And what we would like is, personally, I would like that everyone goes on the website and checks it out, because we're trying to get as many documents on the website that we can that can give an accurate representation of what we're trying to do here. We've had several folks subscribe to the website and get email notifications. These email notifications, every time the website changes, you'll get an email notification. But to do that, if you've gone onto the website at all and taken a look, there are instructions on how to subscribe. If you subscribe, your email, phone, any information that you give is confidential. That's managed by myself and the webmaster, who is my wife. That is very an important priority to us, given that your personal privacy is so important. So, but if you want to stay abreast of all the documents that are getting posted to the website, and we're trying to get more and more, there will be more after this meeting in the next couple of days. So that's a really important tool that we're trying to work, and I think if you go to the website and you have questions, you can email me. There's also a board or a posting site where you can post any immediate information, emergencies that take place. You can post on there, and after a review, it will be posted on the website, such as, a lost dog, and I think we're going to get to the soliciting and new business, but all these things that if you feel need to get out to the website, you can post on yourself. So that's been an important part of the website, is the announcements, and I'm hoping to get more and more folks after tonight subscribe, and I think that'll help also alleviate some of the disconnect, because we're only meeting once a month unless otherwise concerns arise that we have to meet more than that. Does anybody have anything to say on the website?
How many people are subscribed now to that service?
The last I checked was in the middle of the month, was about 28.
Out of 150, etc., 30 are subscribe, so that gives about 100 and something percent down there.
Well, yeah, and, well,
Sorry,
I don't-
you can't do that, what?
she wants to put the information on how to subscribe on the newsletter.
You're not,
This website is just a tool to better facilitate information getting to everyone. Information gets to all of us in different sorts of ways. We all know that. We all get our information in different sorts of ways. Well, we've tried to build this tool so that you don't have to go searching, but when something is made available on the website and by the board, and we can post it on the website, that it's easily reminding you, and you don't have to go back and forth and wonder when something's going to happen, or if something's been posted, and constantly checking. So, and when important documents are there, it reminds you because it sends you an email. I saw you had your hand up, but
I was just gonna say, the water board, put it on the water bill, how to do that.
Yeah,
Because
that's
everybody gets
my-
water
that
bill,
was my
and it needs to be done immediately.
I think it's going to be on the next one.
Yeah, I think the president is talking with Hudson and Company to put it on the all water bills going forward.
And pass
To
and
please.
pay with that too.
Oh, yes, he recommended, yes, that we put on the water bill to sign up on there for communications, because not only is it helping for the HOA, it also helps for the water board when water's gonna be cut off for any reason that we're working on lines, so it benefits both, boards.
if we're, that's a good recommendation. I'll talk with Pat and see if we can get that done. And Hudson,
No, it's
It's already been,
it's already been
communicated,
discussed.
yes, it's already been communicated to them.
okay,
Pat's.
all right. I think I beat that horse to death on the website. I think it's a really valuable tool that we can utilize. There was an insurance claim made. I was asked to put this on the agenda, and I put it under old business because we, as a board, haven't discussed it very much. And I don't think anybody on the board actually filed this claim. If I'm correct, it was filed by Bob Maxwell. This claim was filed against the insurance, the directors and officers insurance that was received last year from January 2014 to January 2015. The only thing I really have to say about the claim is the claim was denied, and we have the declination, I guess the declination here. This will also be posted to the website in the coming days, the next 3 days, but it's a lengthy letter, so I'm not going to read it. Bob, if you have something to say, you got the floor.
I do. Well, we last year bought liability insurance for the purpose of protecting the board, as I don't know if you've bought it yet or not, but you've approved buying it. And that was for the purpose of protecting the board and the homeowner association. We expended some close to $15,000 on legal fees last year in regard to this suit. And that's what we felt that the insurance was for. And I filed the claim because we had the information as to where it needed to be filed, and the adjuster has made contact, obviously, with the new board, and the initial denied it based on the naming of the lawsuit, that it was Ramwood Estates, not Ramwood Property Owners Association. We spoke with Kevin Conley, the prior attorney, and he said that was not a reason to deny the claim. And should be challenged. I would think that it would behoove our current board to look at a $15,000 expenditure of legal fees last year and go after it until it's, that's what you ought to be talking to attorneys about, collecting seeing if we can't recover that $15,000. And if that insurance doesn't do that, then I'm not sure that we want to buy any more insurance if it doesn't really cover anything. So I would think that the board needs to discuss that, and it's been on, it's gone 60 days now, so it needs to be acted on.
Yeah, does anybody on the board have any comment, or any more information, or want to provide any more details that, or move forward with the claim that's been denied?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we try to, if we need to speak to attorney, we need to speak to attorney, but no, we shouldn't leave $15,000 laying on the table.
Yeah, I just,
I make a motion that we continue that process to find out why it was denied and see if we can get it paid.
I'll second that motion.
okay, we have a second for the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. How many is it? Did you vote yes?
Yes.
All in favor?
Yes.
Okay.
You're saying that you want us to go ahead and call and talk to Travelers Insurance again, Bill, and find out why they denied it? Is that what you
Well,
want to find out? Be specific with me, because I was instructed by Curtis to call.
Insurance companies deny your first claim, period. It doesn't matter what it is,
Just let the guy go no matter what.
period. Medical, automobile, life, you name it.
Right. They denied
You gotta
it
find
based off of Riverwood Estates and Riverwood Property Owners Association.
So, well, as Mr. Maxwell already stated, an attorney's already said he doesn't believe they can deny it for that. I don't know how many people work with insurance companies, but that's usually their go-to. They deny until you make them pay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something we need to proceed.
Okay, so am I understanding that you're
Even if
giving
we
them-
need to get an attorney to speak for them,
Okay,
or
we
have an
have,
attorney send them a letter.
okay, we do have counsel. Are you saying that you are wanting the people that are on the contract to deal with our counsel to contact counsel and move forward on this? Is that what you were saying?
Right.
Okay,
Right.
we're approving communication with counsel.
Right, and there'll be some fees associated with it, but just try to keep it within an hour and a half, and I'll revise that motion,
Okay, just as long as we are all on the same
Right.
page.
So the motion's been amended.
amendment,
So the motion's been amended.
about an hour and a half worth of,
You're looking
legal
at
consultation.
250 an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
So the motion's been amended.
Let me say something here. I think what Juan said, what Bill said is correct. If there's a chance that we can get some money back, then we should definitely try. However, I think we can save money if we come up with a specific question or specific set of questions that we can ask the attorney instead of just saying, hey, what can you do on this? I think it would be beneficial. So if we can come up with a set of questions and email it to him, and then let him look at it, and then based on what he replies to those questions, then maybe we can decide if we're gonna proceed forward or not. The reason I say that, I know Kathy's looking at me kind of funny, but if you just throw a bunch of stuff out there, no, I didn't say you were funny looking, Kathy, I said you were looking at me funny, all right? If you throw something out there to an attorney, he's gonna drag it out as long as he can. That's what we're trying to prevent. We're trying to save some money. And if we can just ask him some questions, I think
I
that'd
agree
be
with that.
beneficial.
I think, yeah.
That's all I'm
You
saying.
ask a question and have an answer, but say, yeah, you're asking a whole broad range of questions. He's gonna spend more time.
Exactly, especially when we don't have a lot of money right now. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Not saying anything bad, I'm just saying maybe we need to do that, kind of break down the window a little bit where it's just not a general question, just break it down.
All right.
I can hold it up.
Please understand what you're saying. Yes, ma'am. Deborah, we're gonna give Kathy the floor.
Uninterrupted.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I think the better course to take on this, as a business person, I have done this. We have been refused under one name. Did I understand that correctly? The one name that was originally used, we were refused under? Then why don't we refile under what the correct name is supposed to be? And try that avenue before we pull in legal counsel at $2.50 an hour. I see it just simply as either a correction of a filing, and also it would not be abnormal from someone on the board or someone designated to call the insurance company and ask them, specifically tell me why we are being denied. Specifically, what is it? Is it the wording of the claim? Is it the name on the claim? And it might be something as simple as refiling correctly rather than the original claim. That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
I don't generally, I try to not move one way or another in the voting. So I don't vote unless there's a tiebreaker. But my concern is, and approving any funds for the attorney to send or just refiling. My concern is, and until I'm shown any information different, it looks like the premium that was paid is for 106 lots in the subdivision. Now, we have 157 lots, and I'm concerned that putting more money into attorneys, and we'll take a vote, and if we move forward, we move forward. If not, we don't. But my concern is that we only pay a premium for 106 lots, and if we get too far into this, we've paid an attorney, but I've worked with insurance companies before, and given that we've only paid so much premium for so many lots, that's reason enough to deny us. Now, again, the motion's been amended. We're going to take a vote, but if there's any more discussion that needs to be had before we take the vote, let me know. Okay.
I wanted to say, good idea, Kathy, about the suggestion of filing with the correct name, that we asked exactly why it was denied, which did happen by email. Deborah Algio did talk to Travelers and asked why exactly it was denied. It was written back to her by email, exactly why the denial was there. So we do have that answer already. I need clarification on the amended motion for that particular one. You were amending the motion?
Yeah, just to keep it at about an hour for the consultant fees.
Okay. So one, it wants to make a motion that we seek legal counsel with the limit on an hour and a half to talk to and move and contact the insurance company again about the claim that was filed previously by Bob.
Would it be good to try to refile it in the correct name?
I think under this motion we can take that premeditated measure, but if we're only going to meet once a month, I mean, we have approval for a lawyer, but we can do that first. I mean,
This will cover it.
yeah.
All right.
I don't think. I mean, this is not limiting our action, but it's limiting our cost with an attorney. I think.
We should, 30 more minutes, we have a lot of other items to cover, so.
Are we going to have a second to your motion, Juan, or not?
Is there a second for a motion?
I'll second it.
Okay, so Bill seconds the motion. All in favor? All. How many? One. All right. Unanimous? No, you opposed. Okay, Pat opposed. So. All right. All right, so the demand letter response. Most of you know. If you don't know, it's been posted to the website. There was a demand letter with over 30 homeowners demanding that there was an investigation done with regard to the deed restriction voting and the process that took place with those deed restrictions. We met in an emergency meeting. We asked it for another 30 days to investigate. I was the only person who investigated that I know of that had more information to offer. I delivered my findings to Rick Lamaskis and the other 30 homeowners that were along with that signed that demand letter. And it's a 2-page letter, but I'm just gonna read the findings. So it consists of the facts that I found and then the findings. So, the demand letter, if you wanna read it again, it's on the website. So, without prejudice, the findings are per section 18 of the RPOA deed restrictions in Texas section 209.00418, a majority is sufficient, or a 51% majority is sufficient to terminate and amend the deed restrictions. Per section 209.00592C, absentee ballots must include required language. The ballots provided to owners did not include this language, nor was an option to vote in person communicated prior to the annual meeting. Per Article 5 of the RPOA bylaws, an election committee shall be appointed immediately prior to the commencement of balloting. In this situation, an election committee was appointed 2 weeks after the requested receipt date. The board, next finding, number 4, the board did have access to the votes as they arrived prior to the counting by an election committee. It is not determined definitely whether those individuals with access to the votes prior to December 15, 2014 obtained any advantage. No proof of coercion, intimidation, fraud was found or provided. Finding 5, given the collection method, verification was not confirmed beyond a signature and indication of lot number because the election committee was not provided with all the ballots, they would not have been able to determine if superseding ballots for either vote existed. Based on the findings, a final decision will be made on the validity of the amended deed restrictions at the March 10, 2015 board meeting. Like I said, I did this investigation. Is there a motion, or is there a motion to be made or take action, given the findings of,
I've got a comment here because
Okay.
what you sent me on email is not what you just read. It's not in the same order as what you just read. So, is there some reason for that?
I have a question on this,
Well, let him answer your question first.
okay.
okay, so,
This is not the same comment.
so I'm not exactly sure when I sent that to you, but
Well, this is the only one you sent to me, but this is not the correct one. Is that what I
Well,
understand?
This is your
no, okay, given in any investigation, things change, findings change in an audit, sometimes you're aware of new, old information.
Okay.
Okay, but you do have the correct one in your package. So there is another file.
I'll find it.
While constantly working, you can always find new information. Yes, sir.
Who conducted, were you the only one that conducted this investigation?
Yes, sir.
I'm disclaiming myself that I just seen this today.
Okay.
And I did not know any responses. I did not conduct any investigation myself. Or the investigations that I conducted, they were not put on here in this response letter. So the only investigation that you have, who else was part of it?
Well, one, we all sat in a private emergency meeting, and we talked about the demand letter, right? And then we sat at your home, you, I, and Deborah, sat at your home, and I told you I've looked into it, and I tried to provide you with all the facts that I had at the time, and you pushed me to find more facts, because I think you said if that's all you have, whatever. And so I pushed further, but you're right. I did the investigation. As I stated, there was no other information offered to me. So yeah.
This is only coming from you.
Well, these are the facts.
From you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
I believe in the meeting you said that an attorney was contacted concerning this demand letter,
Yes, ma'am.
and that you've received a response from him that it's confidential?
Yes, well, all attorney-client communications are confidential.
Well, since that involved a group of homeowners, this involves the whole subdivision, I don't understand why that is confidential. And I would think that the homeowners should be able to see a copy of that attorney's response.
I understand your concern, and right now, as I understand it, all communications with an attorney and a client are confidential, and I'm not.
Since the client is the homeowners association.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're all a member of the homeowners association, then I believe that we're entitled to see a copy of that attorney's response.
Okay, and I understand that, and at this point, I don't think that, and I'm not comfortable breaking that attorney-client confidentiality.
Is that what he said?
And I don't, and,
Attorney said that?
I mean,
As I said, we are the client.
I understand your concern. If there's any other reaction or comment from the board,
Okay, so you say it's confidential, what about a summary
do you have,
of what the attorney said? We all know on this board what he said, the association doesn't. I
Well-
don't blame them, they paid for it, but we can't tell them what he said.
and, you know, it is what it is. I mean,
No.
Just like Kevin Connolly told you whenever you were on the board, it's attorney-client privilege. The attorney is the attorney to the board. The board is elected by the people. As long as it's a pending case, we can't talk about the case and those.
No,
that's not
Kevin Connolly did not tell
No,
us
he did
that.
not.
let's,
He said, "Don't ask
and
me
I understand your concern, but right now, I'm not prepared to. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, let me see if I can recap this and understand what you're telling us.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know where ma'am comes from? Ma'am is a shortened version of Mammy. I am not now, nor ever have been, a Mammy. I am Miss Bates.
Okay.
All right, now, moving along. You're telling us